Video that you have just seen there for about 14 seconds is a graduation ceremony somewhere in the United States of America. One of the Chinese graduates did bring the Chinese flag along. Now, is that correct or is that incorrect? Now, is it respecting America or is it not? This is up to you. I think personally it's impolite. America has given you the education, the tools that you need to get a better job in China. So what you see here again, I think is wrong. In fact, let's do this to get even with China.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud?
The 22nd of August 2023, a warm welcome to the channel. There seems to have been more rain in this area of China, very close to Beijing, where they did have the massive typhoon only like 3.5 weeks ago. And this is some of the reports that have been coming out on X or Twitter, whatever you like to call it. I can't verify this at the moment. This could be from 3 weeks ago, but take a look at this. And of course, the local government take advantage of the floods like this, and then they do the propaganda of the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, lifting sandbags. But look at the background here. Look at the background. It doesn't really seem it's like in a flooded area. I think this is just bad propaganda video where you would only look at the people but forget the background. We look at everything. Another piece of news hitting the China headlines that the dictator, the General Secretary Xi Jinping, has arrived in South Africa on a really old Boeing 747. Do they fly them anymore? Come on. But regardless of that fact, he is in South Africa for the BRICS conference. This is the Brazil, what do we have? Russia, India, China and South Africa new monetary system, which is not really new. It's been around since 2006 and hasn't done any kind of dent at all in the impact of the economy. Putin is not going to be there because he would be arrested as a war criminal, but the rest of the people are, and they're trying to encourage more of the developing countries to join in this BRICS currency and bringing hope. They were trying to bring these soft currencies into a hard currency, but there's going to be a very uneven balance. Just look what happened to the euro 23 years ago, that Germany now is sort of looking after the other European countries who defaulted on the money, example. I think the same situation is just going to happen here. BRICS is just going to fail, but Xi is there. Now, there were some rumors. Where was he during the floods? Some people said that the top officials ran away to a coastal resort, so they're far away from the floods. Usually, when you do see floods, you would, a couple of days later or a week later, one president would come down. Xi didn't even make an effort Personally, I think he's a little bit of a coward, little bit of a scaredy cat, and definitely, and if anything doesn't go his way, he will punish the people who will do that. I don't really like him at all. But here's the rest of the video footage of him arriving in South Africa, I do believe yesterday. Now, keeping with propaganda, China has quite a few TV stations, the same as the rest of the world. This was a singer on CCTV 15, not too short, long ago, and it is just awful. It's just so out of date. It's never been right to do this at all. But this was on national state television. This would actually never happen in the USA. There would be riots here. I'm not going to say any more, but have a look at the subtitles. Look at the words underneath what this girl is singing. A final piece of news, they say that the Chinese economy is booming. I would say it's the complete opposite. If you don't believe me, just go to the foreign currency exchange rate and it's just going down and down and down. At the beginning of this month, $1 was like 7.24. Now $1 is about 7.45. That's how bad it is. And it's been constantly going down step by step ever since January of this year. So some companies have defaulted on deciding to pay their employees, and now they're protesting about that. China is so, it's in a rush to do everything. It needs to take its time, and it needs to be honest, it needs to be transparent, it needs to be open. But it's the complete opposite, and they seem to be in a mad rush to be number one in everything. But then we get into another story, which is TOEFL dredge, which I cover quite a lot on this channel. Take a look at this. That brings us to a close on Tuesday, the 22nd of August, 2023. I have to put my hands in the air because so often I say 2022. Do please like and subscribe and share this. Mainly share this with your friends on your social media, like on X or on Twitter, your Snapchat, your Facebook, so we can get the news out there. I hope this is very objective. Yeah, sometimes I do go subjective with this, but this is what's happening. This is the real world. It's not like in China where it seems to be in La La Land or a fantasy world. A big thanks to all the people who support me financially. Thank you so much. All that money goes to the cat food. Any donations you can do with the links in the description below. Have an epic day wherever you are in the world. My name is James. God bless to all. Thank you so much for your time.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars